between two rivals in the Big Ten Conference. Big Ten basketball is sponsored by Hilton. The Iowa Hawkeyes hosting the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and in that lineup, he won't leave 50 times in his career. He's played at least 40 minutes, the usual 5 out there for the Cornhuskers to start this critical matchup in the Big Ten. And Price Sanford. During that entire conversation that Andy Katz was having with you, the students were chanting at Price Sanford. It's going to be very interesting and give Iowa a ranked win. It's been a long time since the Hawks beat a ranked team. They've lost 13 straight against ranked opponents. Zip that. Two teams that both coaches have said all year long really have to honor that scouting report and play it almost to a T. Sanford curling to the rim, and he's got the first 2 points. Intense start to this one. Here's Manyow trying to dislodge Buchtenjel, the ball out of bounds. And star of the first 3+ minutes of this one. Here's Koch with the triple. Sturtz will drop it off to Manyow. Koch on the drive, over Mast using the window.
That's good recognition, put it on the deck.
Here's Hoiberg. Got a screen from Buchtenjel, finds Lawrence in the corner, and it's tied at 5.
That's why he has almost a 6-1.
One of the things you were talking with Ben McCollum about was those reads and how difficult it is against Nebraska's defense at times to get those reads. As Manyow.
Did you like the circles, Kevin?
They were really well done. I'm impressed with your drawing ability.
My wife doesn't like
Mast. Huskers would love to get him going. Mast inside with the hook over Koch.
Man, he threw everything at him in that category.
On a cut and a turnover. Here comes Sturtz on the push against Lawrence. Drives right into him. No.
He knocks it down. And Kevin, I just can't say how much it's refreshing to see a guy run down, act like I've been there before, and then defend.
And in the case
of going to the line, Kevin, because he made an excellent read in his own right. They dribbled at him. Usually he would sprint to the other corner, but he sensed that he had a smaller defensive play by Lawrence.
So many reasons why this Nebraska team is 22-3. You're looking at one of them on the screen right now, and Jamarcus Lawrence. Pacing for Caruso to work. Tried to drop it off to Fulgaris and a turnover. Jacobson, the trailing Mast for 3. Here's Frager. Jacobson left alone as they doubled Frager. Off with the 3, and it's out of bounds to Iowa. Here's Sturtz. Frager with a hand in his face. Goes past Frager. The floater will drop.
Physical, and it's very difficult to speed him up. Plays with so much poise, and we're seeing here 23 points a game. It didn't matter what level he was.
There's Cale Combs, been dealing with an injury and still trying to fight through it as Fulgaris fights through that defense and spins. Here's Sturtz. Gets past Frager on the drive to the rim.
That's the 2 or 3 sequences of getting into his body. Let him catch a different view.
And there's Hoiberg with the steal. Doing Hoiberg things. Ahead to Lawrence. That won't go. And here's Koch. Scored the first 5 Iowa points. Combs with 2 to shoot. Spinning into Buchtenjel. Using the... That pressure that they're applying is causing Nebraska's offense all kinds of problems. Mast trickles it into the corner. 2 to shoot for Jacobson. Runs that in. And a block.
You're entitled to that space all the way up. But once you break verticality, it's not going to go your way. Nebraska very fortunate to get that call because that position
has been a little sloppy. Fulgaris inside. Has that one taken away. Jacobson with the strip. Here's Frager in the open floor. Runs it to the rim, and that'll be a goal. Frager gets past Combs to the rim for 2.
A little bit of the hip by Mast kind of knocked Sturtz off his path to the rim. The verticality was there. He showed his hands, but the contact was below the shoulder.
Hoiberg in traffic from
in midair to get to that left side to shield himself with the rim.
And Mast now on the bench with 2 fouls. Shot clock for Iowa. Sturtz against Sanford. Got him in the air, trying to coax the foul, swooping in his banks. He'll take it to the rim for 2. Came in 8th active scorer in all of college basketball with over 2,100 points.
They've certainly put themselves in a position to continue their winning ways against the Cornhuskers here in Iowa City. I mean, both teams have not been able to give minutes.
Here's Hoiberg attacking the much bigger Koch. Hoiberg again. Gets past Koch to the rim. No. Stifled this Husker attack. 7 of 19 is Nebraska from the floor. 2 of 11 from 3. Fulgaris will try the triple. 7 first half. Under 10 to shoot. Swing that around to Koch. Off the shot fake. Other corner Fulgaris here. Sturts with the 3.
Dribble drive and maybe draw a foul because you are in the bonus.
Mast had it bobbled away. Jacobson, deep triple. It'll count. Cale Jacobson. Cale Combs will swing it around. It works its way to Koch. Another 3 on the way. Halfway. Lawrence 2 for 2 tonight at the line. He's got 5 points overall. In their win over Northwestern, they needed a big run in the second half to get that win at home.
And they almost came back from multiple double-digit deficits at home against Purdue.
Hoiberg in the corner. Buchtengel with defense, but he can't turn that into offense. And Koch with a
here as the trigger man, he comes in and again kind of cuts off his route on the duck end and will shoot a couple foul shots.
On Hoiberg. 6 to shoot. Banks on the drive. Scoop won't go, and
and switching back.
Lawrence with the 3. Won't go. Rebound Mast inside. He'll put it up for 2. Won't go. Rebound loose. Tipped out by Sanford, and it ends up with Lawrence.
Again, Mast with the strong show.
And Buchtengel to the rim. Almost 4.5 minutes. Nebraska back within 2.
What Mast has done a really good job on the defensive end of showing and then contesting at the rim. The job by Howard of moving his feet.
Lawrence 8 to shoot. Here's Hoiberg on the attack. Dumps it to Buchtengel inside for 2.
Boy.
What Iowa can do in this end. Sturts. Howard hit the big 3 earlier. He'll lean in for a 2 this time. Strong in the rebound.
That was an infraction.
4th foul on Iowa in this second half. Here's Sanford looking for the 3. And he finds it. Time.
We talked about it, Kevin. That 5-0 run to end the half made loom large.
Fulgaris. Sturts, step back triple. Pin balls out against Fulgaris.
Good job by Howard, but a better job by Mast of stepping, breaking contact. That's why he was able to score.
Hawkeyes 1 for their last 9 from the floor. They haven't scored in almost 3 minutes. Sturts trying to change that, and he does.
Rather than playing from the hips down, the officials saw him extending his arms on that block out.
In it comes to Frager for the hammer. 10 to shoot. Sanford. And that's out of bounds. It'll belong to the clock by Banks.
And Frager wasn't ready to catch the ball, and then he took the dribble into really tough territory underneath the rim. If you're Iowa,
5 to shoot for Sturts. Sturts underneath. It's Banks. He'll have to launch. In and out. Offensive rebound. Fulgaris. Wrap around behind the back to Banks.
Well, that was close to a walk.
In the corner, Sage rebounded
on the bench until the 8-minute timeout, but I think they sense we need him out there.
Overmass, the jumper won't go. 10 to shoot. Sturts goes past Jacobson, his shot won't go. Shot clock down to 10 for the Hawkeyes. We have not seen a point in a long time in this game. Sturts trying to change that, and he does. The step. Under 10 to shoot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Combs going to work. Blocked off on that baseline. The shot. A really good play all the way around for Frager. The jump and a really good play by Sturts. Telegraph pass. Sturts to the other end. Count that. 1 on the Big Ten road this year. Mass turns the corner against Maniau. Tough fadeaway. It won't go. Rebound.
Good job by Frager being there. That was designed to get Koch at top of the key three.
Now Sturtz will go to work. A step back three for Sturtz is good. Push it up the floor. Trailing. Yep. Mass. Deep three. Halfway down, and it pops back up to Maniau. And there's Sturtz. Contested triple. Rebound. And it's batted out of bounds. Oh, it'll be Iowa ball. Jacobson
call stands. That gives Iowa a chance to burn more clock. You're going to have to start giving fouls, but they're able now to come down conversely and cut into the.
They'll have to launch the three. It won't go. Rebound, offensive board, Maniau. The offensive glass has been Iowa's best friend tonight, and now a foul. Fade away. Pinball's out. Rebound out of bounds, and it's going to belong to the Iowa Hawkeyes.
How about, man?
7 to shoot. 3-point game in Iowa City. Sturtz forcing it up, and a foul on Hoiberg.
Nebraska wanted to have happen.
2-possession game. In the corner, it's Lawrence, and Jamarcus Lawrence with a three. Life.
Puts it straight leg. There's no way he's going to be able to get into a shooting position. The second time we've seen that in a pretty high-profile situation. If you're in Nebraska, hey, you've got time. Do a quick hitter, right? It's a 2-possession game. No matter.
0.1 seconds to go. Iowa can taste it now. 5-point lead. Iowa City. Lawrence will drive to the rim for two, but with two. At Iowa City, the Hawkeyes upset 9th.